Hi everybody, this is your tarot reading for May 2016. And the way I do my monthly readings is that I choose one card for each week of the month. So I'm putting out 4 cards here for weeks 1 through 4. And then what I do is I choose a final card to give the overall theme for the month. Okay, so let's have a look at this. You start off May with the Sun. The Sun represents strength and warmth and enthusiasm. We've got this red piece of fabric there, which is about passion and joy and excitement. And we've got this inner child, which is vulnerability and it's happiness. So your inner child is really happy. What I'm getting intuitively is that there are some difficult things coming up at the beginning of May in this first week. Circumstances that may be troubling, a sense of having to work with circumstances that are somewhat difficult and challenging, but you can overcome these difficulties and challenges by drawing on your own strength, on your own passion, on your own enthusiasm and energy. Okay, so it isn't all sunshine and sunflowers the way it's presented in this card, but I really think that if you draw on these inner resources and these stores of inner happiness and self-belief that you've got, you can really thrive and do very well with that. So then we've got the second week of May, and we've got the Six of Swords in reverse. Now, the Six of Swords is about moving forward through negativity and kind of getting to the other side where you can start to thrive and feel better and really perform and leave behind the kind of negativity. It's in reverse, so what I think is that week 2 is all about feeling genuinely better and feeling like your external circumstances calm down a little bit and like you don't need to firefight and kind of keep a lid on everything. I think things start to ease off. These swords of negativity are kind of being pulled out and things return to normal, and the sense that I get is that there's less pressure. Now we're moving on here into week 3 of May, and we've got the Lovers in reverse. The Lovers is a card that's all about connecting with another human being or connecting with an activity or a place that you love and enjoy and really creating something bigger than either of the parts involved. Okay, so a couple is known as something more positive or greater than each of the partners on their own, or you actually doing painting is what creates this masterpiece, is what creates this angelic force that can stand on its own. It's in reverse, and what I get is that there may be a sense of being in the wilderness and not knowing what direction to take. So I really get the feeling that you may feel a little bit lost when it comes to love and romance, and that you don't know what you're looking for anymore, and that the certainty is left, and where you've been very sure about things in the past, I think you're kind of just wandering around and thinking, is this ever going to happen for me? And that's what I get ultimately, is that there's real doubt when it comes to love and relationship, and there's even real doubt when it comes to a relationship you're already in. Is this relationship going to work? Is this the right person for me? Should I do something else? Okay, and that kind of continues on into the 4th week of May, which is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And the Three of Pentacles is someone working at a project and being very expert and having self-belief and having courage and having the skill to actually do a good job. I think in the second part of May here, your self-belief really goes out the window a little bit, and you really start to doubt whether you have what it takes to create a good life for yourself, to overcome your circumstances, and to really thrive in such a tough environment. Now what I'm getting is that this is an echo. These last 3 cards here, weeks 2, 3, and 4, are really an echo of what happened in the first week. I think you really had to use all of your strength, all of your courage, and all of your energy to manage these difficult situations that were coming up. And I think the rest of the month sees you kind of feeling somewhat emotionally and spiritually depleted, and that's why you feel all of this doubt and all of this lack of certainty. It's not because you don't have what it takes or because life is so hard that you don't feel up to the job. It's literally that you're feeling tired, and that anything that you could usually handle very quickly and easily feels overwhelming, feels too much, and you don't feel up to the job. And again, it's not because there's anything wrong with you or you aren't up to the job, it's just that you're tired. Okay? So in this second week, which is all about the negativity being pulled out and coming back to the real you, I would really suggest that if you want to avoid these last 2 weeks of doubting your relationships, doubting what you're doing, I really suggest that you focus a lot of time to take care of yourself, to do good things for yourself, to nurture yourself, so that you can go into these 2 weeks and really only feel this on a very, very, very mild level. Okay? So what that means is that you actively and deliberately set up things in week 2 here that are good for your body and for your mind. So deliberately sitting down an hour every day and meditating, deliberately eating good organic foods that really make your body energized and healthy and nourished in a positive way. Spending time speaking to people, to friends that support you and who love you, and getting the positive feedback from them. Praying, spending time connecting with a higher power that you believe in and that loves you and that wants the best for you. These are all activities that really nurture and support you on a spiritual level. And if you get into that and if you deliberately make time for it, you'll notice that these last 2 weeks are much easier. I had this really become very clear to me once. I do all of these things in my day-to-day basis, but I went on a retreat for a weekend. It was just a meditation retreat for Saturday and Sunday. And all we did on those 2 days was we had our 3 meals, but in between the meals, we would literally spend the time meditating and being in groups and talking to each other. And that's all we did. We rested, we meditated, we spoke, and we ate. And that was it. And it was amazing because I didn't realize how nourishing that was to me at the time. But when I went into the week after that, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I was so productive, and things that I usually found difficult was so easily accomplished, and I felt so empowered and so spiritually strong that I really could take on the world and overcome anything. It was really amazing, and it was a great experience to actually do that and notice the change in myself. It was really magical. So let's choose the final card here and have a look at the overall theme for the month. Okay, it's the fifth card of the Major Arcana. It's the Hierophant in reverse. So the Hierophant, when it's this way around, is about being fearful, and it's about dimming your own light so that you can fit in and that you can blend in and that you get approval from other people. It's in reverse, and what that means is you're not really particularly bothered about what other people are thinking of you. What you're spending your time doing is managing yourself and focusing on your own kind of circumstances and making yourself feel better. So it feels like a very insular month. It feels very much like, you're spending all of your time thinking about your problems and your feelings and what you think isn't going right for you. The way to approach this instead is to sometimes think of other people as well and think about what good things you have in your life and how you can help others and what you can do for other people. So that's another quick fire kind of solution to the difficult energies that are happening in May, is not just to think about yourself, but to step outside of yourself by doing service for other people and feeling much better about yourself simply by doing that. Okay? Because I don't know about you, but if I sit in my house all day and I just think about myself and my needs and my bills and my plans for the future, I drive myself nuts. It's like going round and round in your own head, and it really, really doesn't feel pleasant. So the cards are kind of instructing you here that another good tool to feel better in May is to think about other people and how you can help them. That's going to give you a greater sense of passion and enthusiasm and a real kind of feeling of fulfillment and positivity. So it's not the most easy vibration here in May. It is somewhat challenging, but you can deal with it, and there are certain tools and strategies that you can use to really make this a great month. So I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab and you can order your reading with me there. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you next month for your monthly tarot reading, but I'm also here on the channel for your monthly astrology forecast for your sign, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, and I'm also here for the daily tarot reading, which gives you a day-to-day look at what the energies have to offer. So I hope you have a wonderful May, and I'll speak to you soon.